All right, and welcome back to episode 25 of the Alec Frengos Show. This is a sports podcast centered around NBA and NFL. And today we'll be reacting to NFL Week 2. We'll get a couple questions going through the teams here. But first, I want to start with Carter, New York Giants' huge comeback against the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think a comeback was really needed, though. But what do you make of that game, really?
Honestly, I didn't really watch much of it because I had hockey, but just from looking at the scores when I got off the ice, I'm like, this is kind of embarrassing that the Arizona Cardinals, I think they were up 28-14 or something when the game finished, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I was so mad.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs looks like Mahomes against us. His one rushing touchdown.
He did.
How does no one tackle him there?
Yeah.
That made me mad. Saquon's hurt too now. He's out for
That's
3
terrible.
weeks, and ankle injuries are pretty bad too. It's like Jonathan Taylor last year.
That won't be fun.
Yeah, it says 3 weeks, but Saquon will be back after 3 weeks and ankle injury, so let's be real. He's probably going to injure it again, so he'll be out more, and I don't know.
It's hard, though, because, say, a running back gets injured, ankle injury, ease him back in. When Saquon Barkley comes back, he's a full workload.
Yeah, they're not easing him back in.
He's the main part of the offense. He's the main part of this organization, and it's going to be very difficult to win games. We'll preview Thursday Night Football here when we're done the episode. But another big game for someone else's team at this table. Denver Broncos lose to the Washington Commanders 35-33, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Broncos
2-point conversion.
Broncos hit a miracle Hail Mary to end the game. Russell Wilson had a beautiful game. Did he throw an interception? I don't think he did.
No, I think he threw
Denver
one.
Broncos failed to complete the 2-point conversion, which I'd agree, pass interference in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
But hey, Broncos played a great game offensively, which we haven't seen in about a year and a half. Maybe more than that. Maybe 3-4 years.
Since Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, so what do you think of this game?
Well, what was the score? At one point, it was 21-3 for the Broncos.
Mm-hmm. It was getting ugly at the start.
I checked my phone. They're up 21-3. I put it away. Next second, it's 28-24. I'm like, what happened here? So I thought our defense was actually going to be good this year, but it turns out Damari Mathis is terrible because whoever's
Did Dotson have a big game?
No, he didn't. But whoever's off of
McLaurin.
Surtain, they just cook him.
Yeah.
And Sam Howell, he looked good. I saw the one throw to McLaurin.
Big catch by McLaurin too. You got to give him
So it's
credit
just a disappointing game when you're in control of the game. Then at halftime, you just lose it.
Yeah. If I'm a Broncos fan, I'm happy though. Surprisingly, I'm happy because the defense, like we were talking about, I feel like you can get this thing together. There's a lot of guys that have been there for a while, a culture. You got one of the best linebacking duos in the NFL. You got one of the top safeties in the league. You got probably the best corner in the league.
Yeah, I'd say so.
There's things where you get it together. I want to see the Broncos. They got to get someone else on that D-line. It doesn't satisfy me yet. Is Frank Clark on the IR?
Yeah, he's hurt.
So that's a piece, but I think one more guy maybe in the interior or another guy coming off the edge could be a big piece for them because it seems like they can't get to the quarterback frequently. Sam Howell and the Commanders don't have a great O-line.
No.
You should be maybe getting 3 sacks a game. They might have had 1, maybe 2. Not too sure, but
She had 4.
They had 4 sacks. Okay,
Damn.
so maybe I'm mistaken, but in previous games, they haven't been able to get to the quarterback in big-time games. And that's, for Surtain to look even better than he does, you got to get to the quarterback quick. You can't let these guys be running around all the time, which Broncos just aren't capable of doing it at a high level yet. So we'll see what happens with the Broncos. I think that the offensive display was actually very impressive to me.
Yeah.
It's good to see Wilson free-flowing, get out of the pocket, sling it, all stuff sorts of that nature. But, yeah, who do they got? They got Miami next week.
Miami next, yeah.
Well, we could talk about that later. I don't think that will be fun, too, to talk about. But, hey, we'll get to some other games here, recapping it. Thursday Night Football, Eagles defeat the Vikings by 6 points, I believe.
Yeah, it was 34-28, I think.
It was a shootout, which me and you both predicted. We said high-scoring game. Vikings will probably keep it close, cover, but the Eagles will win at the end of the day. So a question is, what do you make of this Vikings team? Is it very different from last year, or is it kind of the same team? It's just that they're not winning these close games. What do you think, Joey?
You want to go first?
They're just not the team they were last year, and they're not getting away with the games they were last year, because this game, it was not a 6-point game.
No,
The Eagles could have won by 20.
Yeah.
Because they're putting 3 guys down on the front with the best O-line in the league.
Yeah.
And Swift was looking like Nick Chubb out there.
Yeah.
It was really just embarrassing to be a
170
Vikings
yards.
fan.
Was.
It was just a sneaky backdoor cover, so it just made the game look closer.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
I was honestly surprised it was so close. How many turnovers did Kirk Cousins have? He fumbled the ball.
It was more just Madison.
0.
Was it? Oh, I
He
thought
had one
he
fumble.
fumbled.
Sorry,
yeah,
yeah.
he fumbled.
He had
yeah,
the one.
throw
yeah.
and yeah, okay. But yeah, he's getting down on the. He's getting the ball out good.
Mhm.
Addison and
Jefferson.
obvious.
Producing.
They look fine. He's getting the passing yards. What he has 700 passing
got a
yards
lot.
2 weeks.
A lot.
I think he has the most. So I wouldn't say they're the problem. I think it's more the defense, obviously, and yeah, I don't know. Madison looks horrible. I think you have to
can't be an
put
RB1.
Ty Chandler in there. I think it's got to
Talking
be
about Cam Akers, maybe
Yeah.
him.
even him. Yeah.
Seriously, go ahead.
No, even then it's hard. I feel like you can get Ty Chandler in enough to where they can
It
work with
balances
it.
it, yeah.
Where they can both put up decent numbers. It's obviously not going to be nice fantasy-wise, but who cares? Like, he's not on my team anyway, so. But, yeah, he was getting a lot of death threats after, too, which is pretty...
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
pretty brutal. I don't think it matters that much, but...
It's not like he lost. I don't even think he lost in the game. The defense.
What did he?
He fumbled once.
Yeah, like
Big deal.
people fumble all the time. I don't know what the problem is, but
I think for the last 2 years I've watched every game of the Vikings. I call the Vikings my second team, but the problem with this team is the O-line can't hold up for these big plays Kevin O'Connell designs for Jefferson and Addison to shake loose. Kirk Cousins is a distributor in the regular season, not the playoffs. So we're talking about regular season anyway. So he's fine right now. He'll be fine in the regular season. He'll throw the odd 2-pick game, 1-pick game. That's fine. It's going to happen with any quarterback besides the great ones. The O-line can't hold up for these big deep shot plays for Cousins to hit Jefferson or Addison. Maybe once every 5 plays. They don't have a run game because the O-line can't run block, and you don't have a very talented running back to start with. You have all these weapons on offense just to feel like they're underused just because of the O-line. And the defense, it's Brian Flores. It's a new system. And Brian Flores' system doesn't fit the personnel he has.
No.
He's got young DBs that are thin, like not very much depth on the roster.
Yeah.
You can't blitz and leave Mekhi Blackman, Byron Murphy
Evans.
Jr.,
yeah, he was getting
Caleb
caught.
Evans or something like that.
Yeah,
You can't leave these guys one-on-one with A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, Trey Palmer. It doesn't even make sense, though. Like, this team just, week in and week out, they're going to do this. They play the Chargers next week, who's a deep shot, pass-happy, with a good O-line. If this team gets protection, Chargers will score 40 on the Vikings. Because Brian Flores, it's not like he's going to change his system to be this over-top cover guy. When it's third down, he's going to bring heat, and they don't have linemen to bring heat. Eric Kendrick's gone.
Yeah.
Jordan Hicks is the only guy in the middle now. Daniil Hunter's getting old. He's pretty washed up. There's just nothing. There's no upside superstar power that can bring this team over the top. Harrison Smith, he's getting old too, who usually gets sent too on third downs. It's just going to be hard for this team, and it could end up being a rough season. But what we've seen from the NFC North, we haven't seen anything too impressive besides Jordan Love destroying the Bears and the Lions obviously beating the depleted Chiefs. But Lions have some injuries now they got to overcome. Let's see how they respond. No C.J. Gardner-Johnson, no David Montgomery. Still don't have Jameson Williams. The Vikings can still win this division, but they're going to have to score a lot of points every game. A lot. Lots and lots.
This is going to be like the Bucks division last year. I think it'll be a team that'll win 8, 9, maybe 10 games. Like it's going to be like
No, the Lions win it easily.
I wouldn't
No
say
team's as good as
I wouldn't
Lions.
say easily. Like
Falcons play the Lions this week.
Yeah.
I would love to
This
see
is going to
what
be a
happens.
very good test for the Lions because they ain't got nothing interior wise. Nothing.
No,
And the
they'll-
Falcons love to run the ball.
Yeah.
The Falcons definitely can win this game.
And
Yeah, they could.
please, Drake London and Kyle Pitts, for our sake, against this Lions secondary, no CJ Gardner-Johnson, please throw the ball.
Tell me about it.
This
dude.
is the only chance you have to have a nuclear game.
Yeah.
Because this is the worst passing defense in the NFL. Please just go out there and have a huge game. Ritter, this is your chance to throw the ball.
It is.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith doesn't want you to throw the ball. I'm pretty sure out of all the games, this is the chance he's going to give you to throw the ball in Ford Field where each team scores 30 points a game whenever they come there somehow.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a good game. Another shootout.
Oh, yeah.
Can we
It's
get a
gonna be
line?
Gibbs
so.
versus Bijan.
Can we get a line check for the over/under on that game?
I
'Cause
got
I'm,
Gibbs versus Bijan.
I'm
that's
probably
Because
predicting-
Montgomery's out.
yeah.
I'm predicting 60 plus points probably.
It's 46.5.
like
Way over.
I think that's
I don't
flying
I don't
over.
even think for that.
Yeah, that's
because
flying over.
we've seen Lions last year.
Yeah.
They score all the time at home. But they don't have a defense to go and stop and win the game. So the other team's going to score more and more. So the Lions, I don't know, they're almost in the same spot as the Vikings, but they have an O-line. And they don't have a
And they don't
superstar
have.
receiver.
Yeah, I was
Their
just gonna
defense
say
is
they don't
definitely
have
better.
an insane
It's
receiver.
pretty close.
No.
They don't. Okay, sure.
It-
If you take Aiden Hutchinson, that's the only part where they're better defensively. That's the only part.
Maybe. Yeah.
There's nothing
Brian
else.
Branch.
No, I
maybe.
feel like the Lions just have more talent.
Like who?
Like Brian Branch is there, Jack
Okay.
Campbell's there,
He's done
Jack
nothing.
Cam Sutton.
Jack Campbell is. Yeah, he didn't really.
He's done nothing,
In
Jack
preseason, he looked good, but I haven't heard his name since. I'm gonna
Like
be
Cam
honest.
Sutton and Byron Murphy.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Not
no.
much.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing's the difference. CJ Gardner-Johnson,
Yeah.
you want to talk
If
about
he
that team
was
healthy?
there-
Lions defense is better.
Yeah.
But the NFC North could be in for a little bit of a ride this year, which people thought was going to be a competitive division. Packers, obviously, they looked good against the Bears and then against the Falcons. Kind of shaken up a little bit, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of different now, and
Jordan
Yeah.
Love looks good.
he does, but we'll see what happens in the future. We got to put him in some big games to see how he responds. But just a question here, because we saw it on, I saw it on ESPN today. What's better so far, Cowboys defense or Dolphins offense? Start with you, Joey.
I think I'd have to say the Cowboys defense.
Why?
They've allowed 10 points in 2 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that's hard to do in a heavy passing league the NFL is now. Like, the amount of talent they have on that defense,
It's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it really is. It's really something special to watch.
Yeah.
I would also say Cowboy defense.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
best defense in the league by far, and I think Micah Parsons is the best player in football right
It's not
now.
ridiculous to say.
He looks better than he did last year,
Yeah.
and I thought he was top 5 player in the league already. He looks insane.
It's very scary as a league to look at and see Micah Parsons is getting 2 sacks a game when teams are specifically game planning for
Yeah.
him. The way Dan Quinn uses him has to be credible too, because he didn't take a head coaching job because he thought this defense could be all time as well, and it's proven to be all time. I'd take the Cowboys defense over the Dolphins offense right now. I just think
Yeah.
that Gilmore and Diggs behind this D line is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you just look at it and you see Parsons flying to the quarterback, but if you air it out, Diggs and Gilmore are waiting for you in the secondary.
Yeah.
You each have a pick this year already.
Yeah, they do.
So I think it's getting very scary for the league, and if people want to say now's the Cowboys' time, I don't disagree, because I've been hating on the Cowboys this whole year, but hey, if the defense can be this great, it won't force Dak Prescott to go out there and be a hero.
yeah, he still hasn't thrown an interception yet either, which
He don't even need to
is
throw the ball.
kind of surprising because he threw so many last year. But if he doesn't throw interceptions, I don't really see them losing any games,
No, yeah, I don't.
especially with that defense. I think
Yeah.
that defense could alone win you.
Like
Most games.
right now, this team will maybe lose 2 games. The way
You
they're
think so?
playing right now,
I don't even know if they will.
I think if they play the Eagles and they come play in this shape, they're gonna walk all over.
They're
them.
way
I
better
do
than
too.
The Eagles are not ready right now.
I don't find. I think the Eagles have been kind of overrated. They barely beat the Patriots. I don't know. I just thought Mac Jones kind of picked that defense apart. That defense
Yeah.
was pretty good last year, and kind of week 1, he kind of made
Who are the
them look in
difficult games
shambles.
on that schedule? That Cowboys schedule. Sorry,
They play the 49ers soon.
it's gonna be a great game.
The Chargers. They have the Eagles twice, the Bills, the
They
Dolphins.
don't got to be worried about the Chargers. The Chargers.
So there's
are
like
not.
Yeah, I
6
think
more
so.
hard games on their schedule.
All
But-
right, so moving on from the Cowboys, we can talk a little bit about the Chargers. What's wrong with them?
I don't even know, man.
I could start
They-
off first.
yeah,
I think the Chargers. There's a really big problem in the Chargers organization that hasn't been fixed. That should have been fixed in January. It's Brandon Staley. I don't know how he's not gone yet.
Yeah.
A reporter asked him a question.
Mhm.
Is this slow start kind of affected by the loss you had in Jacksonville? And he said, absolutely not. This is a whole different team. We're going to keep playing and trying to prove ourselves. No, it's not affected Jacksonville. It's affected what you did in Jacksonville. You should have never been on the team plane leaving Jacksonville. You should have been fired on the spot, which I think 99% of the other teams would do that, unless it's
Yeah.
Andy Reid, Bill
Yeah.
Belichick, Mike Tomlin, stuff like that. So
Even your coach,
Peyton,
yeah, I think he's
but still,
nothing fancy.
Wait, what?
He hasn't done anything fancy, but his name is so big that
they wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
yeah,
can't
I guess,
fire
yeah,
him.
that's fair.
Oh.
But Sean Payton, Brandon Staley, he should be gone, and
Yeah.
maybe if they lose to the Vikings, he will be gone. I don't know if that's crazy to say.
I wouldn't say it's crazy to say.
I think
Yeah.
Brandon Staley could be gone if they lose to the Vikings. 0-3.
Yeah,
You've got playoff. You're supposed to be a playoff lock.
Mhm.
I don't know. Brandon Staley, when we played that coach hot seat game, I think Brandon Staley right now, he's the hottest. He's on the hottest seat
yeah,
of
Oh,
any
yeah.
coach in the NFL.
100%.
Like his seat is on fire.
Mhm.
So I don't like the defense too. It's got big names and they just can't make plays. Derwin James,
J.C. Jackson
Jackson,
sucks.
Asante Samuel. They're playing Michael Davis as the corner too. Is Asante Samuel not way better than him? I don't know what's going on. Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. I'm not diving into it crazy, but it seems like you haven't done much.
No.
Seems like you haven't done much at all.
Eric Kendricks plays there too, no?
He's
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah, like
It's just big names with.
it is huge
bad
names
system.
that
Yeah.
think they're way better than they are, and I think that is a coaching problem. I had him as coach of the year. But no. Listen, I did say that the only reason I put him there is because I think Herbert's going to carry him, but I think
Okay.
he's such a bad coach that's not even going to be possible.
Yeah.
And the defense just does not look good.
No,
I
no.
don't like.
Herbert's been good so far. Right?
Yeah, there's nothing. terrible
Who's the
about
defensive
Herbert.
coordinator? Brandon Staley.
Yeah, he calls
Yeah.
the defense.
He's terrible.
Yeah, he is
They're-
pretty bad.
How much points they let up against the Chargers? Right here.
They gave up
They
27.
let up 27 points against the
Titans.
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
27 points against the Tennessee Titans.
It's not great.
That's terrible.
To
That's
Tannehill.
terrible.
Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill threw 3 interceptions last week against the Saints.
yeah.
Yeah, I think 3. Yeah.
And the Chargers defense has way more names than the Saints defense does. But the
Chargers
Saints
de-
have
yeah,
a good
they're-
system.
Yep.
They've got a culture, and that's what happens when you want to go to LA and do this shit. It's getting ridiculous for Brandon Staley. And if this team's underperforming, and even next week, I'm calling it right now, if they lose to the Minnesota Vikings, Staley's gone. Good is gone.
I think he's got to be.
I'd be fine.
I don't
to
know
say
who
that.
you bring in though, but
They just
I
put Kellen Moore.
Promote Kellen Moore to
Yeah, that's
head coach. But right here, the Baltimore Ravens beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Big time win for the Ravens, who I had
Yeah.
winning the division. And This is a huge win for Lamar Jackson. He's 7-1 against the
that.
Bengals, 5-1 I believe against Joe Burrow, or 4-1. And Joe Burrow seems to be hurt again, re-aggravated his calf. What's the main thing that Cincinnati can't get going here? Is it just Joe Burrow, do you think?
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's just Joe Burrow.
What is it?
I think that offense is too predictable. I think all they really run is when I've been watching, I feel like screens to Jamar, throw it up, try and get a head top Higgins,
Yeah.
or inside run to Mixon. That's all
And
that.
Mixon can't create much.
No, he can't. He doesn't
He's not
have
elusive
that.
Back. He's
No,
not
he's not.
explosive at all.
No.
He's a hit the gap guy,
Yeah.
6 yards.
Yeah.
So they just need to give it to Chase more, I think.
Yeah, and it's like they're throwing it to him for 2 yards and expecting him to break 3 tackles
That's
and
what they
run
do.
50 yards, but he's
Expect them to take
like,
a slant to the house.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Ghetto Gronk says.
yeah, like I don't know. I think teams have kind of figured them out, and it doesn't help that Joe Burrow's hurt. It doesn't at all.
You don't.
The O-line's terrible too.
Jamar Chase, he said in an interview,
But-
which popped up on my Twitter, X, whatever, he said, I want more go balls. And,
Give him it.
Yeah,
well, obviously,
He
your
deserves
second best player on offense. If he's asking for that, I'd say go to the coaching room. I'd say, first play of the game, we're giving a go ball to Chase Monday night against the Rams. Why not?
Yeah.
He's your best player. Give him what he wants. They got no DBs. Throw it up there and give it to him. Because right now, if I'm the Bengals, I'm pissed. Since
Yeah.
you've been there, Jamar Chase, you've broken records, gone to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now this shit's going to happen. You don't want this shit to get off the rails. And
yeah, he was getting out-targeted by Tyler Boyd.
Joe
that-
Burrow's relying
that's-
on him underneath because they're
Yeah.
not giving deep shots down the field.
Yeah.
That's why it's getting annoying. So Bengals got to figure it out. I think they will figure it out.
Yeah, they
It
will.
will just take time. Let Joe Burrow get healthy, and we'll see what goes on from there. In the Buffalo Bills, they get right back on track against the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't think there's too much to say about this game. I expected a Bills win. We got a big Bills win, and I thought this game was going to be a blowout off jump. I just think that the Bills are too talented to go and just kind of wash that away. What do you think, Carter?
I think everything comes down. Diggs performed. Gabe Davis performed.
Gabe Davis 8, yeah.
And
James Cook 8.
surprisingly, yeah, that's surprisingly James Cook has actually looked pretty good so far.
Kincaid had a day. Sneaky.
Yeah,
He's pretty good.
just like running back. I don't know. I feel like that was kind of they were
There was
lacking
issue.
last year.
Couldn't run the
and
ball.
This
And-
year it's just give the ball to
James Cook's looked
Cook,
better
but-
too, I think.
yeah.
Even from the end of last year. This
Yeah.
year James Cook has looked better, which is a good sign for the Bills because their Achilles heel was making Josh Allen take all these big hits, which he
Hits,
still is for some
Yeah.
reason. He can avoid them, but he decides to take the
Yeah,
contact.
he loves
But
it.
James Cook has been a big key for the Bills and
And he can
how their offense
you
operates.
can throw the ball to him.
Yeah, you
He's
can.
not
yeah.
a running back that'll not catch passes. Like he
Oh, yeah.
can be a receiving back. He can be a power back. He's looked pretty good.
He's probably a better receiving back.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
might
Yeah,
be.
yeah, he is.
Might be.
But
But still, he's hit some holes nice, and he's looked good. Chiefs versus Jaguars. Kind of an upsetting game.
Like, why was this game 17-9?
17-9.
I don't know.
And Andy Reid and Doug Peterson go way back.
Yeah.
It turned into a chess match instead of a shootout. I thought it was going to be a shootout.
yeah, so
I almost took the under, which I'm glad I didn't. I mean, the over, sorry. Which I'm
Yeah.
glad I didn't. It was at like 54.
Yeah.
yeah.
And this surprised me a lot. Kelsey being back, he looked fine to me. He was on a little snap restriction, but the Jaguars' offense had nothing going. Trevor Lawrence, 9 passes in the red zone, 0 for 9.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. It's not concerning. It's just I think the Jaguars will be fine and everything. It's just
Yeah.
it confused me this game a lot because I kind of had it up on the TV and I'm like, is anything gonna happen in this game? There wasn't
Yeah.
really a big play.
no one really performed. Ridley didn't do anything.
No.
ETN didn't do anything.
It was weird.
It was only really
It was a Kelsey touching. That's
Kirk.
basically it.
Kirk kind of.
Kirk had
He
like-
looked pretty
Yeah,
decent.
I think he had 100 yards, but
100
yeah,
110 yards or something like that.
but yeah, kind of an upsetting game. because this is one of the games you maybe could have thrown in prime time. I don't know if it would have been better because of that, but we'll see. And moving on, we got the Broncos. We talked about that. Cowboys, they handled the Jets. We talked about that defense. Giants came back. 49ers beat the Rams. Comfortably. Rams kicked that field goal, obviously, which 49ers won by a comfortable amount. Brock Purdy, one thing I want to talk about is him being Mr. Irrelevant, I think, kind of showed Sunday. He was missing some throws that you should be easily making a Debo for a touchdown, a Kittle for a touchdown, and I think he had CMC on this wheel, and he just missed them. This team relies on its weapons around Brock Purdy, which is a good thing because maybe once or twice a game they'll rely on Brock Purdy to make a top-tier level throw, which I don't think he can make. He's made a couple, but he didn't against the Rams. But the 49ers will be fine. They're a top 3 team in the NFL, and I just wanted to say that Purdy, hey, if he starts to be a little bit shaky, I'm here first to say it. Go ahead.
I thought 49ers they didn't look the best they could. They still pulled it out, whatever. Yeah. CMC looks great. The receivers both look good, but I think they both could have a case for wide receiver 1. I think you could go either way, and it honestly wouldn't be a bad take at all. Kittle hasn't really done much. He's been hurt though, I'm pretty sure. So, but on the other side of the ball, the Rams have surprisingly looked really good. Yeah, Stafford threw the ball, I think I heard 50 times or something. Yeah. 50 times is insane. Puka Nacua got 20 targets.
He threw it 55 times.
Yeah, 55 times, which...
It's like Mac Jones numbers.
It's like double... I think Love threw it 23 times. It's more than double that, which is insane. Kyron Williams looks insane. He's not the most athletic guy, but...
Gets the job done.
Yeah, he gets it done. He's had 2 weeks in a row with multiple touchdowns, so he's going to be the guy. They're looking to trade Akers, which was honestly kind of surprising. I wasn't really expecting it, but yeah, I don't really have anything else to say.
All right. Before we preview here Thursday Night Football, would you rather Deshaun Watson?
All right.
This game, which happened yesterday, Steelers beat the Browns. Watson turns the ball over 4 times. I believe it was 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. I could be mistaken.
1 interception, 2 fumbles. It should have been 2 interceptions, and I would have won. It was that one that literally went right into the guy's hand.
Oh yeah, the deep shot. The deep
one, and it literally like he catches that, and I'm 2-0. Like,
yeah.
I lost by 0.02.
So yeah, Watson hasn't looked 230 million guaranteed-esque, so we'll go through these names and see who you would rather. First name, I'll start with you, Joey. Dak Prescott.
I was thinking you were going to say Dak. I'm comfortably taking Dak. I think he can just run a system better, and I think Deshaun Watson, he has relied on Nick Chubb a lot throughout his career with the Browns.
It's going to be interesting now.
Yeah, I want to see
it will be, and he's also had a good O-line. Both teams have. I think Dak, he's the better QB that
Browns have the Titans next week.
Browns have the
Titans.
So yeah,
Sorry, go ahead, Joey.
No, I just think he's just the better quarterback in my opinion.
I would also go Dak too, pretty comfortably.
Yeah, honestly, before the season, I'd say Watson, but I'm gonna take Dak Prescott. I do think he is the better quarterback as of right now, unless Watson can turn it around. Next name, Brock Purdy.
Deshaun Watson.
Go ahead.
It's Watson all day.
I want to take Purdy, but I don't really think you can. I think you have to go Watson.
I'm in the same boat as you. I'm not really thinking Deshaun Watson. Yeah. Purdy's not that good of a quarterback, but he's in the system, right? So that's why he is better. That's why Watson is better. Purdy obviously has the better numbers, but we know why. Next name, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith is not good. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback at all.
I thought you were about to say Geno Smith is clear.
I'm going Deshaun Watson.
Geno Smith has not done anything. He is not. People are like, oh, he's a top 10, 15 quarterback. No, he's not.
No.
He is awful. Last year was a fluke. did not deserve any of the credit he got. Watson all day.
This one kind of makes me think because Geno's got a loaded weapon room, but he is putting up the numbers. I think against Detroit he had 0 interceptions, 265 yards, but I'm still going to go Watson. He's the better talent. Despite the turnovers, he did have high passing numbers, so I will go Watson on this one. Next name, Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Okay, why?
I think they're kind of. I think Jared Goff, he's less turnover prone,
Yeah.
which helps a team win.
Yeah, he's another system guy, right?
Yeah, Watson also takes too many flags, like
What was
face masks.
What the
Yeah,
hell
he did
was
it
that?
Why was he, like,
He did it
grabbing
twice.
them?
I don't know. He's
Kevin
I don't
Stefanski
know.
said they couldn't get his fingers out of the helmet. Well, why are they in the
Yeah.
helmet?
yeah. Why are
Why are you in certain places that you shouldn't be, Deshaun Watson?
Put it in the top. That's he's heard that a lot.
No pun intended.
He's heard that a lot.
But where are you going?
Surprisingly, I'm going Goff here. I don't know. I think he can be more of a game general and kind of
Yeah, field
control
general.
it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still gonna go Watson. I still bank on the upside to be better than someone like Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Like if you told me a year ago, and this time we're gonna be debating Jared Goff, Deshaun Watson, it'd actually get me pissed off because Watson is the far better talent.
Yeah.
It's just that Jared Goff can run a system better. But
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's got the ceiling where he's the difference between winning games for you, but sometimes losing them, right? With that kind of free type of play style. Next name, Anthony Richardson.
Deshaun Watson.
You think so?
Deshaun Watson too.
You don't
Yeah.
think about it?
Kind of. I mean, Anthony Richardson, he's still a rookie.
He looks like
He
the
looks
best rookie
very,
quarterback.
very
right
good.
now.
He didn't
looks
play a lot
good.
in college, but in the pocket, calm, composed, settled. When he needs to run, he will run, especially with the Shane Steichen design runs. 2 rushing touchdowns before he got a concussion.
Yep.
Anthony Richardson
see.
has looked nice.
Yeah, he wasn't very accurate in college, but so far he's looked.
Who's been the better
Pretty
quarterback this season? Anthony Richardson. Who is the better quarterback
Deshaun
Watson.
fluently going on for this season? Deshaun Watson. He will
Yeah.
be better at the end of the season. 3 more names. Russell Wilson.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson clears.
I would also go to Deshaun Watson. They're kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
New team, slightly fell off. Watson was because he didn't physically play. Russell Wilson, who the hell knows why he's not
Yeah,
good.
I don't know what happened to him.
Why isn't Russell Wilson good? In a short summary.
This year?
What's the big main thing in Denver?
This
why he
year
hasn't been
and
good?
last year.
He's good this year.
1 game. What?
2.
Okay. Why wasn't he
last
good?
year?
Why wasn't he good last year?
Yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett.
Okay.
Because the 2 games that Hackett was gone, Russell Wilson looked like his old self.
Sure.
So until that doesn't happen,
I'm also gonna go Deshaun Watson. I think he's obviously younger. He's got legs more, and yeah, I'd go Deshaun Watson by a little bit though. 2 more names. Jordan Love. Just start us off, Carter.
I think you have to go Deshaun Watson just because the upside and everything. But I think Jordan Love, come mid-season to the end of the season, I think he'll have a case to say he's looked really good. He doesn't have his wide receiver one either,
No.
which
yeah.
when
It's impressive.
he gets back, I don't know. I think he could look even better. So, yeah.
What do you think, Joey?
Yeah, right now I'm going to go Watson.
Yeah, same. Right now I'll go Watson. But if you tell me, like I said with Richardson, Love,
Yeah.
I think Love could have the better season.
Yeah.
I think he could. It's realistic. Last name, Mac Jones.
Deshaun Watson. I think he's the better playmaker. He can do more run outside of the pocket.
Go on.
Deshaun Watson.
I'm also going to go Watson, but I think Mac Jones has been pretty good this year. He's been composed in the pocket. He had the pick 6. He had a pick to Howard, but they're just shots down the field that his receivers can't make plays on the ball. So some of them are his fault, some of them aren't. I'd still go Deshaun Watson comfortably. Before we end this off, Thursday Night Football, New York Giants go to the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers home opener, week 3, Thursday Night Football. What are you expecting as a Giants fan?
What I'm expecting, and what I hope are two different things.
What are you expecting?
I'm expecting them to get blown out by 30, but I'm maybe not 30.
Hey,
but
hold on.
I'll say 17 points.
Let me go here.
Okay.
I think, sadly for Giants, they're in a competition. Who can beat the New York Giants by more, the Cowboys or the 49ers?
Yeah.
The two best teams in the NFC.
I want to see what our O-line can do.
What's the defense going to do?
Yeah.
If you guys bet out there and you are of age, take the 49ers defense to score a touchdown. I think that
Probably will.
you're going to look at this and you're going to be like, who's the better team in the NFC? After this week, you're going to see the Cowboys and the 49ers both played the Giants. Obviously, they didn't have they don't have Saquon now, right?
No.
But you got to get into that range. Like they're going to want a shutout. Bad. I don't think they get a shutout.
No, I think the Giants at least put up like a Daniel Jones rushing touchdown.
I think the Giants can put up 14.
Yeah, this is not a 14-0 or 40-0 game.
No, it won't. I think the Cowboys defense, I think they're not way better, but I think they are marginally better than the 49.
Really?
Just because of the fact that Micah Parsons is that guy. I think
Nick Bosa. They got Fred
but
Warner.
Nick Bosa hasn't looked like Nick Bosa.
He hasn't, and he has. He hasn't looked like Micah Parsons.
No,
I feel like
he hasn't. Yes,
but right here, I'm gonna say it's a 49ers win. I think they win pretty big, but this is gonna kind of be like a thing. The Cowboys, like, their defense showed up, so we got to show up now, right?
Yeah.
The offense showed up, so we got to show up now. So I'm expecting a 49ers 49ers win. Giants put up a couple touchdowns though. It won't be too much fun for you. Are you gonna be watching?
No. No, I will be, but it'll be one of those games where I have it on and it's third quarter. I'm on my phone just being like, oh, if Saquon was here, like, we'd be good. But in reality, our O-line sucks and our defense sucks. So I think our defense got worse.
It did.
I think
I don't know
Has
why.
Dante Banks made a play? I'm serious. I haven't seen him.
He's been good, I think.
He hasn't done anything insane, but he hasn't really.
But if you haven't heard his name, it's good for a corner.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the 49ers won by like 13. I'll give them that. I just don't see how the Giants move the ball. Really.
I don't either.
Because they don't really have any playmakers outside of Saquon.
Waller.
I don't think he's really that much of a playmaker.
I think Hyatt's good for a deep ball.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you know what? That safety's not. Oh no, the safety is good. Who's Ufanga.
He's not a super fast safety though. I
No,
think
so he could get cooked.
They'll draw up one deep ball
but
for him.
Daniel Jones won't have enough time anyway. He'll have
that D line is something scary too. Hargrave, Kinlaw, Bosa, Armstead. Who's coming off the other edge?
They have Drake Jackson.
Yeah. It doesn't really end. This team's loaded with talent. Fred Warner's going to be hawking.
Yeah.
Maybe an interception for him.
Probably like 4. Who knows? Oh,
and
I'm not excited for it.
This is bad because it's a 49ers home opener. They're hungry. They're fresh in the season. Not too banged up. Ayuk looks like he's going to be out. And the Giants don't have their best player.
No.
So that's kind of the issue here.
And I think Andrew Thomas is out again.
Again?
Yeah, I don't think he played. He didn't play this week. I don't think.
So yeah, that definitely won't be fun for the.
It was Ideju or something. I think I didn't really watch much of the game, so I wasn't sure, but I don't think he played. And
he's questionable.
Yeah,
with the
hamstring, which is never good. Oh.
Yeah, they got.
And that's on Bosa's side too. Right end against left tackle.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have some. I don't know, around Ideju, whatever, when I want to say 5 something, he's going to get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty. Daniel Jones is going to have even less time. than he did against the Cowboys, which means Daniel Jones mistakes, which means blowout. So.
Okay, so before we end this off, call it right now. Who is getting a touchdown on Thursday?
Ooh.
Can't say McCaffrey.
Can't?
No.
Oh, I was going to say someone from the Giants.
George Kittle's a lock.
I was going to say that.
Okay.
I was going to say George Kittle. That's fine. I got one.
Matt Breida.
Well, is the running back one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Sleeper Gary Brightwell. I think they'll put him in on the goal line. They'll put 2 backs in. They'll have him and Breida. They'll do some weird stuff and Brightwell touchdown.
Maybe Eric Gray touchdown.
No, he won't even see the field. He's not even that bad. I don't
He's
know.
like punt returner.
Yeah, I'd rather him than Breida, to be honest, but
I got
don't
one.
know. They don't see him.
49ers are up big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Everyone gets pulled due to injury concerns, obviously. 49ers are driving still with Sam Darnold in at QB. This is the last drive of the game. Elijah Mitchell touchdown with 3 minutes to go in the game.
I don't hate
Just
it.
a nice 3-4 yard run, punch it in, game over.
Which he probably will. I don't think he even had a snap this week, so.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he
didn't have one
literally
snap.
didn't have any, so they're going to want to put him in for
Yeah,
a
we'll
little
give him
bit
a
at
couple
least. Especially if they're up as much as I think they're going to be
Yeah.
up. Then you have to put him in. You don't want CMC getting
Banking
hurt,
on
so.
it, Elijah Mitchell touchdown, Kittle touchdown, Matt Breida touchdown
Breida
/ Gary
touchdowns.
Brightwell.
One of the running backs touchdown.
One of the running backs
Yeah.
for the Giants touchdown. That's going to do it for episode 25 of the Alec Frengos Show. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.